Lochan Das Thakur. Who wrote this Chaitanya, oh my goodness, Chaitanya Mangala. So we have a nice song glorifying Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. So we have a wonderful song by Narottam Das Thakur glorifying Vaishnav Goswami. Because it's only by the mercy of the Vaishnavas that we make any advancement in spiritual life. Because bhakti is only available from the Bhakt. I translated one book called Madhurya Kadambini, and there Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur explains that bhakti is only available from the Bhakt because bhakti lives in the heart of the Bhakta, the Vaishnava. Is that even Krishna doesn't give. Because if Krishna was the giver of bhakti, then we'd have to criticize him. He's giving to someone, he's not giving to other. Just like it's Friday night, you could go somewhere, watch the movies, do so many things, but you come here to hear Hari Katha because you have bhakti. And so many millions of people in Bangalore doing something else. And there was one fellow in England named Stephen Hawking, and he wrote so many books how God is a useless thing, no bhakti. So Krishna giving to some, he's not giving to other. But Srimad Bhagavatam describes that the nature of the devotee is that he's partial. He worships the Lord, he makes friends with the devotees, he encourages the innocent, and he avoids the atheist. He's partial, so we cannot criticize him. So only by mercy of Vaishnava we can get bhakti, because bhakti lives in his heart. So we'll sing this beautiful song glorifying the Vaishnava. So if you have on your devices, E Bara Karuna Koro. E Bara Karuna Koro Vaishnava Gosai. Patita Bhavana Toma Vina Kehona. Kaharane Kate Gele Papa Dure Jai. Imanadayala Prabhu Keva Kotapa. Gangara Parasha Hoile Paschati Bhava. Paschati Bhava Darshani Pavitra Koro Ito Maragu. Haristane aparadhe Tare Harinam Tomatane aparadhe Nahi paritram Tumhara hridoye sada Govinda Vishram Govinda kahan hai na mora Vaishnava para Bhakti janme kore asha charane raduri Narotame koro daya panara boli Ebara koruna koro Vaishnava gosai Patita bhavana toma vina ke hona Jai Vaishnav Thakur, Jai Vaishnava Thakur, Jai Vaishnav Thakur, Jai Vaishnava Thakur. Jai Lokchanda Thakur, Jai Lokchanda Thakur, Jai Lokchanda Thakur, Jai Lokchanda Thakur. Jai Jai Prabhupada, 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 Srila Prabhupada. Srila Dochandas Thakur ki, Srila Prabhupada ki, Gaur Premanande. A Bora Karuna Koro Vaishnava Gosai. That this time, please be merciful to me. Karuna means be compassionate, actually. Karuna means compassion. A Bora Karuna Koro Vaishnava, O Vaishnava Goswami, this time be merciful to me. Patita Bhavana. Patit means ourselves, fallen. Patit. And Bhavana means to purify. And like the Vaishnava, there's no one who can purify the fallen souls. So we're begging for his mercy. Om Ajnana Timirandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chaksurun Militam Jena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namah Sri Chaitanya Manubhistam Sthapitam Jena Bhutale Sayam Rupa Gadamayam Dharati Swaparandiyam Adadanastranandan Daivridam Yeche Puna Puna Srimad Rupa Vadhamuru Dulisyam Janmajanmani Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhaktarin Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Panchakalpatrubhyascha kipasindhuvacha Mutitanam bhavinebhyo Vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. So we were discussing about Bardhaman yesterday, of the king of Bardhaman, bowing down to Bhaktisiddhanta. So in that district of Bardhaman, on this holy tithi, Lochan Das Thakur took his appearance in a very wonderful Vaishnava family. And later he became connected with Nahari Sarkar, one of the great associates of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And he was initiated by Nahari Sarkar. And as was the custom of those days, he was married at a very, very young age. Sometimes people are shocked by this, but this was a very scientific method. Actually, the wife didn't, at that young age, she didn't stay with the husband, she stayed with her family. But now her mind is settled. She knows that she's to devote her life to this person. But as Lochan Das grew, he became quite indifferent to material life. And although the age came when he should have brought his wife home, he didn't go to his father-in-law's house to get her. And they became very worried. After some years, they approached Nahari Sarkar. And Nahari Sarkar told his disciple that you please go and take your wife. So he hadn't been there for a very long time. In fact, he completely forgot the way to his father-in-law's house. He saw some young girl and he asked her, "Ma, please tell me how to get to such and such house." And she gave him directions. And when he got to the house, he realized that that girl who gave him directions, who he just called Ma, that was his wife. So the rest of his life, he was very renounced. He always saw her as mother. And he associated and had Harikatha with all the Gauranga Bhaktas of that area. Later, he wrote this Chaitanya Mangala. Actually, originally, Vrindavan Das Thakur's Chaitanya Bhagat was known as Chaitanya Mangala. But later, because of Lochan Das's Chaitanya Mangala and Vrindavan Das being the incarnation of Vyasadeva, they changed the name to Chaitanya Bhagavat. And our Ishwar Prabhu, he's published this, one book on Lochan Das Thakur. Many interesting things are there, as in his Chaitanya Mangala, because in Chaitanya Bhagavat and Chaitanya Charitamrita, we hear especially how Mahaprabhu was always absorbed in the pastimes of Radha and Krishna, very intimate pastimes of Radha and Krishna. But in Chaitanya Mangala, we find that Mahaprabhu, he heard 100 times the pastimes of Prahlad Maharaj and the pastimes of Dhruva Maharaj. Because unless we understand this basic fact that I'm not this body and that I'm the eternal servant of the Lord, and give up our enjoying spirit and take on the mood of a devotee, we cannot progress to higher levels. So it's very interesting in Chaitanya Mangala, he describes that each pastime he heard 100 times from Srimad Bhagavatam. So this is our Lochan Das Thakur. Sri Chandas Thakur ki jai. So we were in Nandagam. We are in Nandagam actually, and we heard so many wonderful stories about the beautiful deities on top of the hill. And we looked down from that hill and we saw this beautiful Pavan Sarovar. We heard the wonderful story of Pavan Sarovar, originally known as Nanda Sarovar. A little farther, we see Moti Kund. Moti in Sanskrit means pearl. So there one time, there's an interesting story by Raghunath Das Thakur called Mukta Charitra, that the gopis were sitting in a place in Radhakund called Malihari Kunj, and they were stringing beautiful pearls for a Diwali, I think it was. So Krishna came there and he begged the gopis for some pearls to make necklaces for his garlands. And all the for his cows, excuse me. So the gopis, they refused him and said, we don't have any pearls that are meant for cows. These are meant for great gopi princesses, not for cows. So Krishna went to his mother Yasoda and he begged some pearls from her. And he planted them in a field that Nanda Baba had just plowed. And amazingly, little sprouts came out. Then he went to the gopis and asked them for some milk to water his pearls. And he said, foolish boy, pearls don't grow in the ground. You get out of here. Don't waste your time. Don't waste our time. So he went to his mother Yasoda, and she also told him, foolish boy, the pearls don't grow like that. No, I know they'll grow anyway. Anyhow, she can't resist Nanda Lala's pleadings. So she gave him some milk. And his pearl creepers began to grow. And after some time, beautiful little pastel-colored flowers appeared. And the creepers were crawling up in the kadamba trees and everywhere. And the flowers fell, and little beads came, beautiful green and yellow and pink, and pastel-colored little pearls, white pearls and yellow pearls and pink pearls, lavender-colored pearls. And the gopis became very envious. So they decided to make their own pearl field. So they plowed a field, and they took all the pearl jewelry out from their mother's houses and planted them in the field. And because Krishna watered his with milk, they watered theirs with butter and ghee. And after a while, only thorn trees grew. So they went to Nandimukhi, and Nandimukhi, because Nandimukhi had suggested that they plant their own pearls. And they said, you cheated us. And she said, did you put a guard? Oh, no. That rascal came with his friends and tore up all the pearls and put thorn sticker trees. Oh, no. Now what are we going to do? We don't have any pearls. So Krishna plucked all his pearls from his pearl field, and the gopis came to him. Big argument. It goes on forever and ever and ever about what will the price be for the pearls. It's a huge, huge argument. And because Radharani didn't come, she was hiding nearby. Krishna, who doesn't come, has to pay double. And he's already talking about millions of Chandrakanti jewels for their beautiful fingernails, and ruby fruits millions of rubies for their ruby lips, and thousands of diamonds for their pearl-like, their moon-like teeth. This way it went on and on and on, and the gopis became frustrated. And then Krishna, he strung so many pearl necklaces, and he put them in little boxes, and he put all the gopis' names, and he sent the gopis all these boxes. So this little kund way beyond Pavan Sarovar is called Moti Kund, where Krishna grew his pearl trees. So if we come back down, instead of going down the way we came up to Nandagam, we go down the back staircase. Then we come to a very special place. When you finally get all the way down, and it's flat, actually flat, as soon as it's flat, there's a clearing there. And as you come down the hill, you turn right, if you know where it is, and there's Mother Yasoda's churning pot. They have a huge pot. It's so large that they buried in the ground so it would never break. But you can see a whole person could fit inside. You can go there and you look inside. It's not very well kept up last time I was there. With this huge churning pot of Mother Yasoda is there. They didn't use blenders and things like that. There was a thing called a rai. You put it inside the pot and it's got little spokes like this. And you put a rope like this and tie 2 ropes to the wall and wind 1 rope like this. I can't do it today. They churn, Mother Yasoda would churn butter. So Mother Yasoda's churning pot is there. Sometimes you have to go down the back staircase and you get that little clearing and ask everyone where it is. Then, nearby, you go down a little road a ways, and again you have to ask. There's a little path to Nrsimha Mandir. Maybe you don't know, but in Nandagam there's a very famous Nrsimha Mandir. Just like we're finding all over your Karnataka, we've found so many Lakshmi Nrsimha, Yoga Nrsimha, Ugra Nrsimha, so many Nrsimha Mandir. But this is the most fearless, very cute Nrsimhadev. You won't be at all frightened of him. Like our Ugra Nrsimha in Mayapur, If you actually been there for Abhishek, you can see 1 foot is forward and 1 foot is back, like that. You can see it very clearly when they take off all the cloth. He's ready to jump, leap, with his claws, and very frightening for him. This is a very cute, with a sweet smile, and this is where Nanda Maharaj used to worship Lord Nrsimhadev for the protection of Nandalala. And there's also a beautiful deity of Brahadev there, and some deities of Mahaprabhu. And last time I was there was a nice devotee named Bhakti Charan. Bhakti Charan was taking care of this place. And just outside there's Shirodakshay Vishnu deity that's broken, so he doesn't worship it inside the temple. It's a very sweet yellow lion with a very sweet smile, very cute, the cutest Nrsimhadev you'll ever see. Then if you come back out, you continue down that path, then you come to Nanda Kirak. Kirak is a Brishwasi word for Goshala. Behind that Goshala, you'll find a nice temple of Yasoda Kund. You'll find Yasoda Kund, and now there's a very nice temple. When I first went there, it was just broken down little place. But someone from Ghaziabad came there, and he built a beautiful temple and saw beautiful deities of Mother Yasoda and Krishna and Nanda Maharaj there. And government has dug out huge kund. Just a little puddle was there. Now they made a huge kund there. So this is where Mother Yasoda, she would do her puja and pot and everything, and she would wash her cloth and everything. And just behind is a little place that is called Hao Bilao. Because sometimes Mother Yasoda, she would be doing her puja and everything there, and Nanda Lala would be playing with his friends. If you put it too much like that, it'll fall. So Mother Yasoda would say, because since he's playing with his friends, sometimes he would go far off into the forest. So Mother Yasoda would say, Dur kelan mat jao, lalban how I hai. That Lala, don't go far in the forest, otherwise, how's going to get you? Now you probably asked, what's a how? The Krishna also asked, Maya, what is a how? I never heard it any how. And Mother Yasoda said, Lala, he's big and black and furry. And he has great big yellow eyes. And a big long black nose. And very sharp nails, and he'll catch you with them. And his mouth is big and filled with teeth, and he'll eat you up. So Krishna was frightened, so he played close by. But since we know that little boys have so long memories, all the mothers are laughing, they know. Again, he started going far in the forest. And Mother Yasoda said, Dur kelan majao, lalban hawai. Don't go far in the forest. How's going to get you? And Lala said, Maya, I never seen any how. What is this how? Said Lala, he's big and black and furry. And he has big yellow eyes and long black nose and sharp nails and big teeth in his large mouth, and he'll eat you up. So Krishna was frightened and he played close by again. But again, after a while, he again went far in the forest. And Mother Yasoda said, called, Lala, dur kelan majao, lalban hawai. And Krishna said, I never seen how. What is this how? And Mother Yasoda again repeated. He said, I never seen it anyhow. Like you described. Jamuna tat pe denu charaye, tene deko how. Jamuna tat, on the bank of the Jamuna, Denu means cow. I was going with my cows all over the bank of the Jamuna. Tene deko how. I never saw any how. I jumped in that Kaliya lake. Dein Bhutala Kaliya Dami, Mahami Daniko. I went over to Bhutala Loka. And Patatala Loka also know how is here. Miya, what is this how? And again she said, Lala, he's big and black and furry, great bigger than you. And he has big yellow eyes to see with. And a long black nose to smell you with. And he has very sharp, curved claws, and he'll catch you with them. And his mouth is so big, he'll eat you in one bite. And Lala said, Arey Maya, you're just telling stories. I never seen it anyhow. You're just trying to frighten me. There's no such thing as how. Doesn't exist. Then all of a sudden, Mother Yasoda's eyes got very big, and she said, but don't look now, but here comes one, and she began to run, and Krishna began to run, and Bandhu began to run, and Madhavango began to run, and Sridham began to run, and Bhakta began to run, and Vasagos began to run, and all the boys, they ran behind Lala, all the way back to Nanda Bhavan. And you see how clever Mother Yasoda was. It just happened to be lunchtime. He arrived just in time for lunch, and they sat down with Nanda Baba. Baldav on one side, Nanda Baba would feed something to Baldav, he'd feed something to Krishna. And they told Baba, Baba, we just missed by this much getting eaten by a owl. So this place is called Hao Bilal. And first time I went there were so many houses. It's a very neglected place. So no wall is there or anything. So Somehow most of them got stolen, but there's a few broken houses that are still there. And I asked one little Brishwasi boy, did you ever see how? He said, oh, Pali Bote, before there were so many. So this is how Bilao. And not far from How Bilao, we go down the street out toward the main highway that runs between Barsana and Nandagaon. We come to Nanda Betak. Now you may know, in Hindi, Beto means to sit. So Betak is a place where you sit. Generally, it's where meetings are held. So this is a place, there's a beautiful little kund there behind, called Nanda Kund. It's just on the highway, you can just see, just a little ways in, you see the Baba there, he planted so many big, tall eucalyptus trees, so easy to identify where it is when you're coming on the highway, just before Nandagaon starts to get, populated. So, Nandan Baba, he will sit there in the evening and do his chanting and reading and everything, and he waits to see a special cloud. That time of the day, when we're doing the 4 o'clock or 4:30 Artik in the afternoon, in Braj we call that time of the day Goduli. Because now the cows are coming home, and they kick up so much dooli dust, and that dust makes a big cloud. And when Nanda Baba sees that cloud, he knows that Nanda Lala is coming home. So he waits there, sitting at Nanda Beta, waiting for him, Lala to come home, until he sees that cloud in the sky. One time, Upananda, he called a meeting of all the cowherdmen. Betak. We have a great sage in America named Murphy. And Murphy says that a meeting is an event where minutes are kept and hours are lost. I don't know how they're going to translate that to Hindi, but so Upananda, he called a meeting of all the cowherdmen. And I said, I suppose you're all wondering why I've called you here today. Because we heard when Garga Rishi came, he said that Krishna, he may be some special personality. He may be a great yogi, he may even be some demigod. He even hinted he may be equal to the Supreme Personality of God. So, it is simply imperative that Mother Yasoda stop chasing him with sticks, tying with ropes, pulling his ear, in view of all these predictions by Garga Rishi. And Nanda Baba said, wait a minute, what are you talking? Nanda Lala is my little boy, and if he does something wrong, I'm going to punish him. He has to be punished to learn, You say that he's some special personality, great personality. Then why is it when there's thunder and lightning outside, he comes running and crawls under covers with me, shaking so much? This is a great personality? You say he may be some yogi or some demigod or something, but he's such a liar. Is it yogis and demigods, they're liars? He's always lying. There's no bigger liar than my son. He brags about things he didn't do. He lies about things he did do, You asked him whether he was bothering the gopis. He wasn't there. He was taking a bath in Jamuna. He's always lying. And you say he may be some big demigod or something. But we see that even ordinary people, they can control their senses. And this guy, if he doesn't have something to eat 24 hours a day, and oh my God, if there's not enough sugar in the sweets, what a tantrum he shows. What are you talking about? I don't know. He does so many things. This can't be Nanda Baba. In remembering all of Krishna's wonderful pastimes, he began to crack up. he's such a liar. How can you say he's a great person? And everybody started to laugh. They could hardly catch their breath. Everybody was laughing and laughing, remembering all of the wonderful pastimes of Krishna. And they forgot why the meeting was called, what was the purpose of the meeting. And this is the only reason we should call meetings, is to talk about Krishna and his pastimes. And finally they began to simmer down. And then somebody, they all started laughing. So this is Nanda Betak. Now across the road, a little ways down, you'll find a very special place, just as Nandagam starts. In fact, if you know, just where there's a road just past there, that is, it's called the Mathura Gaman Marg. That is the road that a Krur took Krishna to Mathura by, which is one of the last pastimes of Braj. But just where that turnoff is, if you know where it is, there's a little ahead, there's a little road that goes inside, and there's a beautiful place called Lalitakund. And this pastime is not found, is only found in the hearts of the Brishvasis. Jiva Goswami explains that the local lore is also a type of Praman. So there you see a beautiful Hindol is there, Jula we call it. But in Brishvasis they call Hindol. Anyway, one time Krishna was describing about Narad Muni to Srimati Radhika. And he said, this fellow, he's very, very clever fellow, and you have to be very, very careful of him. Because he goes to one side, he tells one thing, he goes to the other side, he tells another thing, and then he starts a big fight between the two. So you should be very careful and never listen to this Narad Muni. Otherwise, he will start a fight between us that you'll never believe. And Radharani said, how can anything come between us? Nothing can come between us. And Krishna said, all right, I'm not going to tell you later. I told you so. So one time, Krishna was there at Lalitakund. And Narad Muni was coming by, and he saw Krishna there, and he began to offer so many beautiful prayers. Because he's always playing on his veena and singing, Radhika Raman, 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 Radhika Raman. So Krishna was very pleased hearing Narad Muni's wonderful glorification. And he said, hey Narad, whatever benediction you like, you can take. And Narad Muni said, no, I'm just happy singing your glories. I don't want any benediction. I don't want to do business with you. Prabhupada said, this is not bhakti, this is business. That we'll serve the Lord as long as we get this. Jai Sri Jagannath Swami ki jai. So we go before the Lord and say, please let me pass my exam. Please let me get a job. Please get me a nice house. And as soon as we get the thing, then we forget to go to the temple. Not like that, not business. He said, I'm just happy singing your glories. And Krishna said, oh, come on, darling, there must be some tiny desire that you want to fulfill. And well, Dharmuni said, there's a beautiful hindol here, Chulan. One time I'd like to see you and Lalita swinging in this hindol. Bas, that's the only thing. So Krishna told, Tatastu, so be it. So one day, Krishna was there with all the Sakhis, Lalita and everybody, at Lalita Kund, because it's a special place, Lalita she has Radharani meet Krishna there. So they were all waiting for Radharani. Now legend has it that the ladies are always late. I'm not saying, don't report me to the women's ministry. I'm not saying, I'm just saying legend says that. They're doing their makeup or adjusting their jewelry. So anyway, Radharani was there in Barsana and she was late. And they were all waiting. Suddenly Krishna, he saw in the sky that Narad Muni was there. So he sat down on the swing and he told Lalita Sakhi, come, sit. Now Lalita Sakhi, even in dreams, she doesn't dream about, have a desire to enjoy directly with Krishna. She's only making plans for Radha to meet Krishna. This is our Gaudiya philosophy. Just like we see the common people. You go to Vrindavan, they hear them all singing, Radhi Radhi Shama Ladi. Oh, Radharani, meet us with Sham. This is sense gratification. You will not meet with Sham, you'll go to hell. We want to make arrangements for Radha to meet with Krishna. This is our Gaudiya philosophy. Radharani, of her kindness, sometimes she makes arrangements for the Sakhis to meet with Krishna. That's another thing. But we shouldn't desire. So as she was saying, no. Then Krishna got all the gopis going, come on, put her down, put her there, you know. And so all the Sakhis got excited. So somehow or other they forced the Sakhi to sit on the left side of Krishna. And they began to swing. And Lalita Sakhi was and Krishna were just enjoying like anything. And a nice cool breeze was blowing. It's rainy season, so nice breezes there. So Narad Muni, he paid his pranams, he got his darshan that he had requested from Krishna. And he started off toward Barsana. Lalita Krishna, Lalita Krishna, Lalita Krishna, Lalita Krishna. He flew by Radharani's window and she said, hey Munivar, you're always taking my name and Thakurji's name. What are you singing like this today? Oh, you don't know, do you? You think Lalita Sakhi is your best friend, do you? You don't know what goes on behind your back. You should go there to Lalita Kund and see what's going on right now. And Narad Muni flew off. Lalita Krishna, Lalita Krishna. So Radharani, she ran there to Lalita Kund. And she came inside the Kund and she saw Lalita Sakhi swinging there so sweetly with Krishna. And she made angry mudra. You know angry mudra? Hands are on the hips and toe is tapping. And Lalita Sakhi, she said, oh! But actually, I didn't desire to do this. They just forced me here, you know. And now she's in big trouble because she's the one. She's always controlling Radharani. Now Don't go to him so fast. Don't make him think you're easy. Look, he's becoming too fresh with you. Leave him alone. She brings them together, takes them apart. Now she herself was in trouble. Who's going to, when Radharani is upset with Krishna somehow, she makes it up. Now what's she going to do? She goes, oh, my goodness. And Krishna went there and he began to try to touch the feet of Srimati Radha. And she said, get out. Don't touch. I'm finished. Our relationship is finished. I don't want to have anything to do with you. Like this. And Krishna, he gradually began to describe that I told you that you should be very careful about listening to this Narad Muni. And she explained how Narad Muni had asked for this special darshan, and suddenly Radharani realized she should have listened to Krishna. So this is Lalita Kund. So then, way towards the town, the place I was just reading. Yeah, also there's, let's go to Terkadam. A little far away from the town, there's a little road, sign is there, Terkadam. And you go way down this kund. Just before you get to Terkadam, on the left side, there's a beautiful kund called Bihar Kund. And I have seen it with my own eyes in the old days, completely filled with lotus flowers. I don't see any lotus flowers hardly anywhere in Braj anymore. Because most of the kunds, they're all connected to the canal system that comes from the Jamuna. And Jamuna is so polluted, and lotus flowers, they can't live in polluted water. So all the lotuses that I knew in Braj have dried up. Just a couple of Kartiks ago, during Purushottam month, we discovered a place called Pandav Ganga. And Purushottam month was also just in the season for lotuses. It's just opposite the road. There's a road that goes to Javad, and the other side of the road goes to, if you go to the left side, you'll go to Kokilavan, and the right side you'll come to Pandav Ganga. And one Baba has lived there for 20 years planting trees, every type of tree, sandalwood trees, rudraksha trees, fishtail palms, this type, that type of malati, madhavi, every type of creeper. And we saw so many beautiful pink lotus flowers, and all in bloom on one side of the kund there. Amrita Sarovar, they call it. Because he's kept that water. It's not connected to any of the canals, so lotus flowers. So happy to see lotus flowers. But that Bihar Kund used to be very famous, filled with lotus flowers. And then you come to Terkadam. At Terkadam, there's a very special festival at Gopastami. Because previously, Krishna was herding the calves. He was Vatsapal. Before he became Gopal, he was Vatsapal. So calves means he will stay close to the village. But the cows, they like to wander very far in the forest. So shortly after the Govardhan Leela, all the cowherd boys all his friends started to tease Krishna. His little boys, they like to tease too much, is it? Your friends like to tease you? Huh? So they started telling, oh, Krishna, you're a big man. You lifted up the hill, huh? And you're just taking out the cows? What kind of big man are you? They were teasing him so much like this. So one day, Mother Yasoda couldn't get him out of bed. Come on, Lala, wake up, Lala. He covered his head with his blanket. What's the matter, Lala? You have a stomach ache, Lala? You have a toothache in your stomach, Lala? You have a stomach ache in your head, Lala? You have a stomach ache in your tooth, Lala? Anyway, mothers are very clever. Anyway, anyhow, Mother Yasoda got it out of Lala. What was the problem? So then she went to Nanda Baba and said, it's like this. So Nanda Baba, he went to Sandili Rishi. Just like Vasudeva in Mathura, his guru is Garga Rishi. So Garga Rishi's disciple, Sandili Rishi, is the cool guru of Nanda Maharaj. So Sandili Rishi said, well, today's Gopastami. This is a very special day to give the cows over to Krishna. Charge of the cows to Krishna. But Mother Yasoda, she's not agreed. Because now Krishna will go far in the forest. There may be so many rocks. There may be so many thorns on the path. It may be too hot. Sun will be very bright. It may rain. He'll be far away. So she doesn't want to let him go. Take charge of the cows. So Sandali Rishi began to consider, actually, there's a very special blanket called Kali Kamri. In Brishbasa we say Kali Kamri, black blanket. Anyone who wears that blanket, he'll never suffer from any type of hunger or thirst or tiredness or heat or cold or rain. He'll never suffer for anything. So Nanda Maharaj said, where can we get a Kali Kamri? He said, well, actually, Vrindavan, he has one. Sometimes you see the painting, Radharani's in a little basket, and this Kali Kamri is hanging out each side. Now, Nanda Maharaj, he's a king. Vrindavan is a king. Can a king go to another king and beg? Not possible. So Sandili Rishi thought for a minute. He said, actually, what we'll do is we'll go to Vrindavan and suggest to him that now we want to give charge of the cows to Krishna, so we have to do Kanya Puja, worship of an unmarried girl. Kanya Puja. And then I'll get that Kali Kamri in Dakshina. Because Guru, he can take Dakshina. King, he can't beg, but Guru can beg. Yes, that's a good idea. So they took Krishna, went to Barsana. And Vrindavan was overjoyed. Yes, this is very nice. This is very auspicious. So Sandili Rishi conducted the Kanya Puja very, very nicely. So then he was very satisfied. Oh, it's very nice puja. Yes. Vrindavan said, yes, very nice puja. And Nanda Baba said, yes, very nice puja. And Sandili Rishi said, yes, everything was very nice. No, everything was very nice. I said, come on, ask him. He said, well, something's missing? Well, actually, what do you need? He said, well, no puja is complete without some dakshina. What do you want? You want pearls, you want diamonds, you want rubies, you want gold? No, we don't want anything like that. We just need that Kali Kamri. Vrindavan said, all right, I'll make one, get one made. This is very special. The threads going this way are we have woven by Lord Brahma, and the threads going this way are woven by Lord Shiva. And Sandali said, well, actually, we need it right now, so that one you already have, that's fine with us. So then they took that Kali Kamri, and sometimes you see, especially in the Rajasthani paintings, Krishna's got this black blanket over his head. That is the Kali Kamri. So they took it back, and then Mother Yasoda, she made some sort of a anustan, some sort of function. Because in our Vedic culture, whenever there's some parivartan, some change in the life, we always make some sort of a function. Just like we start everything off with the vivaha function. And I only know a little bit of Sanskrit, but there seems to be a connection between two words in Sanskrit. One is vivaha, we know marriage. Other one is vivad, that means argument. And there seems to be a connection because after vivaha comes vivad. And there's Garbhadan Sanskar, then Jatakarna Sanskar, and Mundan Sanskar, and so many Sanskar. Also birthday. If you ask your grandfather what they used to do on the birthday, they would tell you, yeah, my mother, she used to, you ask your grandfather, you tell my mother, she used to call the Pandit, he would do some Havan, he would do some Gita Pat, or some Ramayan Pat, some Bhagavad Pat. There would be distribution of prasad, some Nam Sankirtan. Now what do? Happy birthday to you. And what do? We make a cake and we get out a knife. In any type of function, a knife is very, very inauspicious because knife is meant to cut us apart. You shouldn't distribute cake on the birthday. Laddus is to get everybody together. You distribute laddus, not this cake. It's just like now we see, and because Prabhupada spread this Krishna consciousness all over the world, devotees are calling, people are calling the devotees on the birthdays of their sons and daughters that please come, have some Harikatha, do some Nam Sankirtan, do some Havan, distribute prasadam. This is the way to celebrate. Nam Sankirtan, Havan, or reading Srimad Bhagavatam, some type of Harikatha and Kirtan. And laddus, not this knife. So Mother Yasoda, she made some special type of function. In that function, she gave Krishna some karao, some wooden shoes, and an umbrella. And Lala said, Maya, what is this shoe and umbrella? So, oh Lala, now you're going far in the forest. There may be so many thorns and rocks to hurt your soft lotus feet. So you'll need shoes. And sun may be too hot, it may rain, so you'll need umbrella. And Maya, you're going to give shoe and umbrella for my cows? You're going to give shoe and umbrella for my cows, Maya? Are Lala, why I should give shoe and umbrella for your cows? Don't you know, Maya? Cow is very special. Cow is very special. Yes, Maya. Just like I live in the hearts of all my devotees, all the demigods live in the heart, in the body of the cow. So she's very special. And Mother Yasoda said, and how you have not, my Bhatti Dev Nanda Babi has 9 lakhs of cows. Where are we going to get shoes? You try and figure, who's ever a mathematician, you can figure it out, how many shoes. And who's going to carry umbrella? Cow can't carry umbrella. I'm not going to give shoe and umbrella for your cows. What are you talking, Lalas? Then Maya, you keep this shoe and umbrella with you. If my cow is going to go barefoot, then I'm going to go barefoot. If my cow is going without umbrella, I'm going to go without umbrella. And Sanatana Goswami in his Tika, explaining about this pastime, he says that that night, when the cows, they heard that Krishna was going to go barefoot because of them, that night they went all through Braj and smashed all the stones and thorns, everything in a very, very soft Braj, dust. Now, unfortunately, the government's going around and paving it all over. and they don't play very well, so after 2 rainy seasons, it's just murder on your feet. We pray for those nice, soft, dusty roads. We're on Brajpikama. Few of them there's still left. And some places it's like camphor, very white. Some places there's red chandan, sometimes regular chandan. There's one place, if you go behind Barsana, we were talking the other day, there's Unchagaon, village of Lalitasaki. But instead of turning across the canal to Unchagaon, you make a left turn and you go a little ways and you come to Sakigiri Parvat. There's a hill there. At the foot of the hill, so soft rudge is there that I call it the Johnson & Johnson baby powder rudge. And it's so soft and fluffy. If ever I take Radhanath Swami there, he has to put on a mask, because it says on the bottle, for external use only. Because you step on it, it just flies, and you're so beautiful rudges there. So like this, Krishna, he walked all over this Brajadam barefoot. That's why this is such a special place. Because this dust is mixed with the lotus foot dust of Sri Krishna. Not ordinary dust, not ordinary dham. So this place is Ter Kadam. It is also the bhajan place. If you say bhajan kutir, Ter Kadam Baba will become very angry. Not like you with nice house in Bangalore with air AC and everything. He was living under the trees, his bhajan place, not bhajan kutir. And Rupa Goswami wrote so many bhakti literatures there, sitting at Ter Kadam. In fact, most acharyas and scholars believe that this is where Bhakti Rasa Sindhu was finished. Because the last line of Bhakti Rasa Sindhu says that it is such and such half of such and such month and such and such titi, and I'm sitting under a kadamba tree and completing this Bhakti Rasa Sindhu. She doesn't say directly, but there's a little hint. I'm sitting under a kadamba tree. So most scholars and Vaishnavas believe that this is the place Bhakti Rasa Sindhu, Nectar Devotion, was completed. And many other Vaishnava literatures. And Rupa Goswami, when he was writing, when he would write about the separation of Radha and Krishna, because he was sitting under that kadamba tree, all the leaves would fall down just like tears and become leafless. And when Gyan wrote about the union of Radha and Krishna, then fresh leaves and fresh buds, and then those buds would bloom. Didn't matter what season. If you want to see the kadamba flowers, you have to come in June, when it's only 45, 50 degrees. That's when they bloom. And then if it rains very nicely, then their second bloom, and it's a little bit cooler. Now it's only 30 degrees. It rains. And second bloom, if nice rain is their second bloom of kadamba. And the kadamba flowers, they're just the color of Srimati Radhika. And they're called kadamba because in Sanskrit, kadamba means group. Because you see the kadamba flowers, not a flower, it's a group of flowers in a little ball, like that. It's a group of flowers in a little ball. Just like in Mayapur, they have a different type of kadamba tree. Our Keli kadam grows very slowly and crooked. And you go to Mayapur, they have kadamba trees. You throw the seed on the ground, the next day it's already 1 foot tall, and come back next week, it's 10 feet tall. After 1 year, it's 10 feet tall. And they're straight and big kadamba flowers like that. Our Keli kadamba is very small like this. But it's just the color of Srimati. But both are called kadamba. They're totally different species. But because it's a group, dal. And just the color of Srimati Radhika. So it's considered to be representative of Srimati Radharani. It's like you see the tamal tree in our courtyard in Krishna Balaram Mandir. he's always black and he's crooked. And when gopis have tears in their eyes or looking for Krishna, they just see something black and crooked and they embrace the Tamal tree. So Tamal tree is representative of Krishna. And if you see a Tamal and a Kadamba tree growing together, that's like getting Sakshat Darshan of Radha and Krishna. Can we go overtime? It's Friday night, nothing else to do. So you'll see there's a beautiful little shrine there, and you see a picture of Rupa Goswami sitting under the Kadamba tree, and he's not writing on an iPad. He has a leaf pad. And in the background, you see a little gopi girl carrying a pot. So what happened was, Rupa Goswami was sitting there at Terkadam, and he was thinking that I'd like to give something nice to my brother, Sanata Goswami, whose bhajan kutir we heard was at Pavan Sarovar. But if you go there to Terkadam, even now you see it's out in the middle of nowhere, nothing is there. We can't imagine 5,000 years ago. Now it's all farmland. That time it was all forest. Nothing is there where he'll get something nice. But he was thinking that I'd like to offer something nice to my brother, older brother. Sanata Goswami, eldest of all the Goswamis. So this little gopi girl, beautiful golden gopi girl with beautiful braid and lotus petal eyes and soft lotus feet, she came there and said, Baba, Baba, there was wedding today in the village and some sweet rice was left over. So my mata told me to give it to some Baba doing bhajan in the forest. So you please take this sweet rice. So she handed that pot to Rupa Goswami. Now, especially in the village, our Indian girls, they're very, very, very shy. She's all alone in the forest. Some strange Baba is there. She just put this pot in his hand and ding, 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 ding. She ran back to Nandagam. And Rupa Goswami, he looked at the sweet rice. Not ordinary sweet rice. We put some cashews and some kishmish and some cardamom in and we think we have wonderful sweet rice. But the Brishvasis, when they want to make sweet rice, they know how to make real nice. Not just cashews and kishmish and cardamom. They put a little bit of kapoor, a little bit of black pepper, and some makhana. You know makhana? Oh, you put makhana in the sweet rice. Oh, it's so nice. And kesher, saffron. So like that, very special sweet rice. So he ran to Pavan Sarovar and he told Sanata Goswami, oh Baba, oh my dear brother, I brought you some nice sweet rice. And Sanata Goswami looked at the sweet rice. He's living out there in the forest where he got sweet rice like this. So he asked him, where do you get such sweet rice? He said, oh, some gopi girl came. She was very beautiful, golden color and lotus petal eyes. And she said there was a wedding today. And Sanata Goswami says, no wedding today. Because Sanata Goswami, he's very dear to the Vishvasis. Wherever he goes, he says, oh, Baba, why did you stay away for so long? He would go from village to village. Why did you stay for so long? The younger ones say, oh, uncle, why you stayed for so long? The others would embrace him. Oh, brother, where were you? The elders would pat him on the head. Oh, Lala, why did you stay away? When he would, and then he would sit with all the villagers and he'd hear all the village politics. And even in tiny villages, they can't live peacefully together. But he was a minister before, so he would sort everything out. He would give them suggestions, what they should plant next year, what they should do. He would hear who died, who got married, who had baby, who built a new house, who plowed his field. And then in the night, Harikatha and Kirtan. So he knows everything that's going on. Raghunath Das says, I don't want to go associate with the pure devotees of the Lord. I don't even want to go to the Vaikuntha. I just want that these Vishvasis pour their nonsense talk in my ear, but I will not take one step out of this branch. So he said, no wedding today. What did this girl look like? Oh, she was soft golden color and beautiful lotus petal eyes and so soft and so komal. And then suddenly they both realized, oh, that must have been Srimati Radharani. They began to cry because we're chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna, let us, Radha Krishna, let us serve you. And we've taken service from Radharani. They began to cry, and mixed with their tears, they ate the sweet rice of Srimati Radharani. Hmm? So this is Rupa Goswami's bhajan place. Hmm? So we'll put our voice to rest here. If anybody has any question, we can try to answer it. Yes, where's our Bhakta mic?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Pranams.
Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, which is the best time to visit Sri Vrindavan Dham?
As far as I'm concerned, the best time to visit is February. It's not too hot, a little chilly in the morning, but in the daytime the sun is so pleasant, just like the rest of the year, that much that you don't want to be in the sun. In February, you love to be in the sun. And there's no crowd because there's no festivals at that time. And Holi hasn't started yet. When Holi comes in, it's all hell breaks loose. So nice, better weather than Kartik, no crowds. It's the best time to come, it's February.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you for the wonderful description of Nandagram. You mentioned about the pastime, about the pearl story.
Yeah.
So there are two places. One is the Malahari Kund in Radhakund, and the Moti Kund, which is in Nandagram.
Yeah.
So where did actually the pastime of the pearl story happen? Is it Malahari Kund or Moti Kund?
Both places. That's what started in Malihari Kund. Then Krishna planted his pearls in Moti Kund. Like that. Malihari Kund, the gopis were sitting there and they were stringing pearls.
That event happened there.
Yeah. Then he went and got some pearls from his mother Yashoda and planted them.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you for taking us to Vrindavan Dham. So, Prabhuji, my question is, while telling the pastime of Lalita Kund, you were telling that we as Gaudiya Vaishnavas, we don't want direct service of Krishna, but we always aspire to
make arrangements for Radha and Krishna too.
But Prabhuji, many times, maybe it is due to neophyte behavior, but deep down we want some reciprocation with Krishna.
Yeah. No, in the beginning, that's okay. But when you want to go deep and deep, then we want to be like that. We want to serve Radha and Krishna.
So,
it's like Bhaktivinoda, he says, I don't want to be in Vrindavan with my Swamini. I want to be with her in Kurukshetra. Because in Kurukshetra is her moment of most need. She's feeling so sorry to see Krishna all dressed up like a king and everything. So she needs the most service at that time. I want to be there. So in the beginning, just like we know, Mahaprabhu said, Janmani Janmanisri, but we just want to get out of this material. That's the beginning. That's all right. That's the beginning. And we should. We need some impetus. That's why this earthly planet is both heavenly and hellish. There's enough heaven that we can think about spiritual life. Some planets, you're just running around on the hot surface. You don't have time to think about practicing Krishna consciousness. And so there's enough heaven here, you can think about Krishna, enough hell to make you want to get out of here. So in the beginning we should be like that. But we should not be like these ordinary people, Radhe Radhe Shyam Meladi. This is just sanskar vacation mantra. So if there's no questions, again, We have our book, Brajlita Part 2 with us, that we're asking a small donation, 400 rupees, and I'm here to sign it if you want to get a copy. Meanwhile, we've been doing a lot of Braj Kirtan. We're going to do one of my favorite Kirtan devotees who's long gone is Vishnu Jan Maharaj. So we'll do one of Vishnu Jan's wonderful Kirtans. And this is all dancing music, so you please stand up. Vishnu Vadaya Krishna Vastaya Vali Sri Bhakti Vedanta Swami Saraswati Devi Mauravani Vijay. Govinda Jaya Jaya Gopala Jaya Jaya Govinda Jaya Jaya Gopala Jaya Jaya Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Jaya 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 Govinda Jaya Jaya Gopala Jaya Jaya Govinda Jaya Jaya Gopala Jaya Jaya Govinda Jaya Jaya Gopala Jaya Jaya Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Jaya Jaya Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Oh Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Oh Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Back to home, back to Godhead. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Oh Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Oh Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Oh back to home, back to Godhead. Oh Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Haribo, 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 Hari Hari Haribo, 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 Hari Hari Haribo, Govinda Jaya Jaya, Gopala Jaya Jaya. Govinda Jaya Jaya, Gopala Jaya Jaya. Govinda Jaya Jaya, Gopala Jaya Jaya. Radha Ramana Hari, Govinda Jaya Jaya. Oh, Radha Ramana Hari, Govinda Jaya Jaya. Govinda Jaya Jaya, Gopala Jaya Jaya. Govinda Jaya Jaya, Gopala Jaya Jaya. Govinda Jaya Jaya, Gopala Jaya Jaya. Radha Ramana Hari, Govinda Jaya Jaya. Oh, Radha Ramana Hari, Govinda Jaya Jaya. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hey! Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Oh, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Bol. Back to home, back to Goddess. Oh, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hey! Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Oh, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Oh, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Oh, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Oh, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Haribo, Haribo, Hari Hari Haribo, 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 Hari Hari Haribo, Haribo, Haribo. Haribo, 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 Gaur Haribo. Nitai Gaur Haribo, 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 Gaur Haribo. Nitai Gaur Haribo, 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 Gaur Haribo. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Srila Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Srila Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Srila Prabhupada. Shri Prabhuji Vrindavan Dham ki Jai Jai Shri Radhe. Thank you very much. Srila Prabhupada ki.
Hare Krishna. We are very fortunate to have association of Deena Bandhu program last so many days. He has taken us to Vrindavan and has revealed all the pastime of in various places the pastime whatever has happened. Only by pure devotee we can see the Leela which have happened in Vrindavan. Even if we visit there, it's not possible for us to have that whatever the pastime has taken place. So we are fortunate to have association and we request Prabhuji to keep giving us association in future, also keep coming at least yearly twice or thrice.